today we've invited him on to talk about the different financing options for condos. And also we're going to take you through the condo association approval process. So good information, Paul. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Amelia, for having me again today. Condos, I mean, especially in this market, prices a little higher they've been in the past. A lot of people are considering condos now as people may be looking to either buy in their first home or maybe downsizing down the road. They're asking me about condos. Well, condos are a great opportunity. Obviously, without being negative, there are some additional layers of underwriting involved with condos. So we talk about programs and what's out there. I mean, beyond cash, pretty much every other source of financing on a condo does require a condo review. So first, I'll kind of talk about what the requirements are. So for conventional financing, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, I imagine, Emilio, you have a condo. Conventional is going to be the most preferred offer on a condo because there's typically less layers of work. So, for example, if you look at a project, you want to purchase a condo. Yeah, you are purchasing that condo yourself, the individual condo, but essentially you're purchasing the whole association. You have to kind of deal with one and all. So if the association's in great standing, meaning they have reserves, they have a nice budget, they have weekly meetings that are recorded, it's a pretty easy process. But some of the associations, and let's be honest, not all, but some, there's a little more of a difficulty trying to get the documents required. If we ask for bylaws or you ask them for a questionnaire that has to be filled out, there's something involved there. So when you're listing a condo, I feel that's a conversation you need to have ahead of time. Hey, can we speak to the association? Because the more you say up front, the easier it will be to get to the closing table. What we usually like to do at Northpointe is once we approve an association, it's a one-time approval. Now going forward, if a second person wants to purchase, we already have that kind of done ahead of time. So I feel like the first one is more like the guinea pig. You have to go out there, get the approval, get the condo. Basically, they want to make sure that, I say good standing, there's no pending lawsuits or mitigation. There's nothing where they don't have enough money to pay their insurance when it comes due. Also, they like to see ideally 90% or more of owner occupied. They don't like to see associations where you have a significant amount of investors. They like to see, that's something else that comes up. And like in terms of financing, I mean, I say conventional is the easiest because it less, the questionnaire and the documentation required is less. But FHA and VA are options. But, it's not easy finding an FHA approved a condo. So I tell people, if you're an FHA buyer and you want a condo, you really got to dig deep, and your advisor needs, again, have a conversation with you about what associations are approved. Because I see a lot of people that want to buy, but they're not approved because the FHA association is not approved. Right now, I mean, I find HOAs, they definitely vary based on the town and the establishment. I've seen them, very high in some because it includes gym memberships and pools and tennis courts. There are others where it's just cut and dry. And it just depends on what you're looking for. And I always tell people, like, one thing I always want to say is condos, they're a great opportunity for the right person. Yes. But keep in mind, people always assume condos are less. That's not always the case because HOAs can be very high and taxes sometimes can be high as well. So it's up to us to do our due diligence to really factor all those in with a monthly payment because, $500 a month in HOA fee could change more than people realize, and that's something else.